Hey, it's Sam here from recipethis.com, and one of the things I'm absolutely loving about the complete air fryer cookbook that me and Dom have made for you is our variations. I had a favourite cookbook many years ago, and I love the fact that you got your master recipe and then you could do your own variations of the recipe. To show off this great feature, we thought there was nothing better than our bread section. So this is our bread section there. And then on this, what we have is we have the master recipe for the dough, including how to prove it in the air fryer, and then how to make it into our delicious pull apart bread rolls. Pull apart bread rolls in the air fryer was something that we did first. It was originally on Recipe This several years ago as the idea for something different for Thanksgiving, and since then it's been viewed by millions, so we decided to improve it and make sure it's properly accessible for both imperial and metric, so it has perfect cup measurements, grams, ounces, the full works. And then this is a 4-page special that we've actually got in this cookbook, because not only do we show you how to make the bread rolls and the proving, but we also show you how to transform it into garlic bread, into homemade pizza. And we absolutely love our pizza that we make, that you make to the size of your air fryer, because we've all got different air fryers. And we're just going to put together a video for you today so that you can we can showcase the different features here. And remember, if you order it on Amazon today, you just pay £10 in the UK, because it's on the special offer deal with Amazon, and it's just a great price considering there's 140 recipes for air fryer beginners. So this is for making the dough for the air fryer. Obviously I'm starting with the bowl with the flour and the soft butter. I recommend salted butter. Because otherwise it can taste a bit bland. And then add in some salt and pepper. And then in the meantime, what you can do is you can warm up your milk and your oil. You only need about 30 seconds to make it lukewarm. Do it for too long and then it'll end up killing off the yeast as it cooks. So then once you've got all those ready to go, it's time to rub the fat into the flour. I find it's easiest the softer the butter is, and then bury the butter, as then you don't end up with the sticky butterness all over your fingers. And then you want to rub the fat into the flour until it resembles breadcrumb. But have a little patience, because it can take a few minutes for this to happen. And then give it a shake to make sure that you've rubbed all the butter into the flour. And then it's time to add in your yeast. And then you want about 2 teaspoons of the yeast. 2. And then you're adding in your oil and your milk. Add it all in there. And then you can use a wooden spoon to do this, or you can use your hands, or you can add it in gradually, whichever you prefer. I prefer to use a wooden spoon. It mixes it up really well and it's much quicker. Whereas Dominic, being the chef, would be more gradual. And then once you've done this, giving it a starting mix, scrape it off the wooden spoon so you're not losing much. And then I recommend that you have some extra flour available. Flour your hands, and then it makes the process so much easier. And then you want to gradually mix it all together and make sure the liquid is nicely mixed. And as you can see, it's coming along nicely now. And you can flatten it out like that, because then I find it easier if you flatten it out like that, push it down, turn it, you can grab all the last little bits of flour that was stuck at the bottom. So you have that gorgeous bread dough. Wow, I love bread dough in the air fryer. So that's your bread dough for the air fryer. So you can make it into a nice ball, and then it's ready to be used in the air fryer. And I just think it's absolutely brilliant for something simple and cheap that you can make in the air fryer. And then you can transform that into using for pizza dough. You can use it for making bread rolls, a bread loaf, or any other of your favourite bread inspired produce. So this is another batch of the dough. So as well as making a thin crust, if you prefer more of a deep pan, then you can do that as well. So to do that, I've just got a ball of dough here. So a bit of flour on a worktop. And then you're aiming for the size of the container you're using. If you look, yep, we're good. So what you want to do is you just want it to fit the size of your container, and then push that back over, and then it just makes it that little bit thicker like a deep pan. And then you can start loading it up with toppings just like you did with your other pizzas. So I've got some tomato pizza sauce here that I picked up from the supermarket, and then I'm adding in some oregano, and then I've also got some garlic puree here. So I'm adding in a bit of that as well. How much you have is depending on how much you like your garlic. Then add in tomato puree, and then you've got all your ingredients there. Give it a quick mix, and it's ready for dolloping onto your pizza. That's all done like that. And then for toppings, right, we all have our different ideas of toppings. Margherita's my go-to, but what is also nice to make use of your leftovers. This is a batch of the rainbow brunch bowl that's in our cookbook. And what I'm doing here is I'm just adding a few of the bits. So we've got sweet potato here, courgette, sausages, and red pepper. Sausages are really nice in it. Oh, and then I've also got in this bowl some leftover chicken breast from a video I was doing earlier, so it's nice to make use of it all. But you can do whatever you want. In the cookbook we show you how to do it with just your margherita toppings with some cherry tomatoes on, but it's totally up to you how you like it. This reminds me when you go to Morrison's and you get the build your own pizzas and you choose loads of different toppings to go on top. So then once you've chosen those, you can load it up with cheese. I always like to add a good layer of cheese to the top of my pizza. And there you have it. That's your deep pan ready to go in the air fryer. So I'm just going to move my rolling pin out of the way, and then we can get it on. So into the air fryer basket. I love how this is a perfect fit for our air fryer. Then we're looking for 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, and then press start. And we've beeped. So let's check on our deep pan pizza. Are you ready? Oh wow, look at all that melted cheese on top. It does look absolutely fantastic. Oh, I can't believe how good that looks. I just think that's leftovers with just some cheese thrown on top. You can do it the other way as well, so you can put the cheese on and then loads of toppings on top. It's totally up to you, and it just shows how easy it is to make a deep pan pizza in the air fryer. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Recipe This family. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook and Pinterest. We also have a weekly newsletter at recipethis.com/newsletter where we share with you our latest kitchen gadget recipes, what we're cooking in the Milner kitchen, and so much more. As well as this, we recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then whenever we have a new video, you will be the first to know. And if you want to know about all our future videos, then I recommend you hit the bell for instant notifications. But even better, we now have a podcast. It's called Magic with Gadgets. Simply search Magic with Gadgets on your favourite podcast player and you'll find us there.